Natalie's sister Leanne was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in December 2021. She died 8 days later. In 2022, Sbba was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Her treatment made her gravely unwell.
Exit for Westminster Abbey and Houses of Parliament.
Recently, she's discovered that the cancers recurred. 4 years ago, Reeta also started feeling unwell. Her GP initially said she had IBS, but it eventually turned out to be ovarian cancer too. 18 months ago, target ovarian cancer campaigners from around the country converged on Parliament. Amongst them were Natalie, Reeta and Sbba. All three directly addressed parliamentarians, and collectively they called for action on ovarian cancer. The charity was launching 3 targets, a detailed plan to transform the future of ovarian cancer, a document that received support from many members of Parliament, including long-standing supporter Sharon Hodson MP. Today, Sbba, Natalie and Reeta are returning to Parliament. Inside the House of Commons, final preparations are underway for a Target Ovarian Cancer awareness-raising event. It's been billed as Tea and Chat, a chance to talk to women with first-hand experience of ovarian cancer.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you? You all right?
Yes.
Every MP in the UK has been invited, but how many will turn up?
Come and sit.
With an hour to go, it's time to talk tactics. For the past couple of years, Sbba, Natalie and Reeta have all been working hard to interest their own MPs in ovarian cancer.
Really hard, yeah. So mine, I sent him a huge email of everything that I've ever done and photographs and said, come on, look, I'm doing this, get behind me and let's push it forward. But whether he turns up or not, I don't know.
Even with my one, trying to get him to commit is still very, very difficult. He has been supportive, I can't knock him, but it's just trying to get hold of him, to get him to events is the hard bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it really does come today because we could make such a difference, especially from where I live as well, because we've got the highest late presentation rates in the country. So there is so much work to do in South Yorkshire.
Gosh, looks very nice.
Natalie's sister Leanne received her diagnosis too late to begin treatment. She'd been complaining of symptoms for 20 months.
I love you and Merry Christmas. Never gets easier, does it?
No.
No.
She'd be proud though. Yeah. You've got to remember that. But I also think it comes a point when you become really angry. And I certainly did, especially when I was diagnosed with my recurrence last year. Why is it still taking me 8 months to get them to take me seriously? And that anger, I think, is also the fuel for me wanting to do this, because I don't want this to happen to somebody else's mother, daughter, sister.
Staff members from Target Ovarian Cancer are supporting the campaigners today.
Campaigning in Westminster is vital. We need support from the government to ensure that there is enough funding going into new treatments for ovarian cancer, but also awareness campaigns so women know what signs and symptoms to actually look out for. There is such a lack of information around ovarian cancer, and too many women are losing their lives to this awful disease.
Over the past month, 330 Target Ovarian Cancer supporters from around the UK have emailed their MPs, urging them to attend today's event. It's been sponsored by the MP for Dartford, Jim Dixon. He became a supporter of the charity after being persuaded to attend the 3 Targets launch by his constituent Sue. Sue's also come along today.
Hello, I'm here. You're here.
Jim occasionally attends events for the charity that Sue organises in their constituency. Like the other 3 campaigners, Sue became passionate about raising awareness of ovarian cancer after her own diagnosis. Together, they'll be explaining to MPs why action is needed on ovarian cancer.
So I think we've got this bit here, we're going to have a bit of a sign-in that will be at the front just to get their names, explain why we're here today, and a sort of photo opportunity here, but this is our conversation corner.
With 10 minutes to go, Target Ovarian Cancer staff give a final briefing.
There's the opportunity to sit down, have a cup of tea, a coffee.
There's one particular MP the team are hoping will attend.
You guys are happy to kind of...
For many years, Sharon Hodson MP has been one of the charity's most loyal supporters, asking parliamentary questions about ovarian cancer and taking part in numerous awareness-raising events. She's just been made a minister in the Department of Health and Social Care.
But we're hoping to have Sharon Hodson come at 10. We're a bit on tenterhooks with everything going on at the minute, so we're hoping that she still is able to come. We've not heard anything else to the contrary.
At 9:30, the first MPs start to arrive. Amongst them is Jim Dixon, and Sue wastes no time in updating him on an awareness-raising initiative in their constituency.
Oh, excellent.
And posters on every other ladies' restroom door.
Fantastic. Well
And we
done.
was up there.
I'm really delighted as the Member of Parliament for Dartford to be able to sponsor this Target Ovarian Cancer event. Ovarian cancer remains a big killer of women of all ages, but particularly women in later life. So today is really just about making sure MPs know about it and other stakeholders from the wider community come in and share the discussion. What really brings it home to you is when you have a constituent who's able to tell their story.
Sbba's MP arrives, and so she's able to update him on her story in person. And Natalie's MP is able to make it too. Although Reeta's MP doesn't make an appearance, she and the other campaigners speak at length to all the other MPs who attend.
Many of the MPs that I spoke to, that they had no idea how late women are being diagnosed, how devastating it can be when they are diagnosed at such a late stage, how awful the treatments can be, and how sadly so many of them are actually losing their lives.
Yeah.
Every MP attending is invited to have their photograph taken with the campaigners. This is a way for them to raise awareness of symptoms with their constituents. A key aspect of the discussion is acknowledging how much progress has been made since the 3 Targets launch. The charity's third target was for a funded national cancer plan, and that wish has recently been granted.
And my right honourable friend, the Secretary of State, has been clear in his view that there does need to be a national cancer plan.
There's been some very encouraging changes in the National Cancer Plan, which really recognises ovarian cancer as a priority, and that's as a result of the campaigning of people like Sue and Target Ovarian Cancer.
Another recent achievement for the charity is securing commitments in all 4 nations of the UK for updates to official information about cervical screening.
What really surprised me today was how many MPs didn't realise a smear test doesn't detect ovarian cancer. It was fulfilling for me to be able to reinforce that message, because it's simple messages like that can make the greatest change.
Over the course of 2 hours, the campaigners and staff from Target Ovarian Cancer briefed 25 MPs, including Sharon Hodson.
So I was really happy to see Sharon Hodgson here today. She's just been appointed as the Minister of Public Health and Prevention, a role that is really significant for us to make some of the changes that we want to see. I engaged with her for quite some time, and you can see that she has a real vested interest in the work that we're trying to do.
So pleased that my MP came as well.
That's really great.
Yeah,
Excellent.
and the fact that we have got
gives you
such
a lot of confidence and reassurance in what you're
that
doing.
he is going to take
there.
it seriously, and
Yeah.
you know that we can try and make a difference for the women that are struggling.
Yeah.
And for Leanne.
Absolutely.
Yeah.